Give me Numbers, the 6th chapter, please, brother. Just start at the top there in Numbers, the 6th chapter.
And this is Numbers chapter 6. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When either man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of a nazarite, to separate themselves unto the Lord.
Exactly. Now this is the law of the Nazarite, all right? Because it's a law. This is a specialized law. Everybody got the 613 laws, but there's a specialized law to the Nazarite if you peradventure decide to vow that vow, which I did. All right, go ahead.
He shall separate himself from wine and strong drink.
Exactly. He shall separate himself from wine and strong drink. Separate himself. You see what I'm saying? Which means of course, to be apart. You see what I'm saying? Separate yourself unto the Lord. But in the first time that word separate was used, it means to be wonderful and marvelous in the sight of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do by taking this vow, man. I'm not trying to say I'm not saying for one second I'm better than any brother in this truth, man. But I feel as if this is something that was right for me. All right. I might have been through the Spirit. I might have been a Nazarite in the past life. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
He shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar of wine or vinegar of strong drink. Neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dried. All the days of his separation shall he eat nothing that is made of the vine tree.
Now hold on real quick. Now it says all the days of his separation shall he eat nothing of the vine tree. But does it say that about drinking? All the days of his separation. Is that there? In the previous verse, brother? Yeah, in verse 3. Yeah, run verse 3 back.
Right, he shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar of wine or vinegar of strong drink. Neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dry.
Exactly. Now, it doesn't say all the days of his separation. And why doesn't it say that? Because during certain feasts, you got to drink it for the drink offering. All right? Go ahead, though, brother, for the verse 4.
All the days of his separation shall he eat nothing that is made of the vine tree.
Exactly. Now, it says all the days of his separation shall he eat nothing of the vine tree. Go ahead.
From the kernels even to the husk. All the days of the vow of his separation, there shall no razor come upon his head.
Exactly, no razor come upon his head. You're not supposed to cut your hair, which I haven't all the days of my separation. Prior to me coming into the truth and making this vow, was I cutting my hair, trimming it, bringing baldness to it, all that? Yeah, I actually was. All right, go ahead.
Until the days be fulfilled in the which he separateth himself unto the Lord, he shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow.
That's right, go ahead.
All the days that he separateth himself unto the Lord, he shall come and no dead body.
Exactly, he shall come and no dead body. Go ahead.
He shall not make himself unclean for his father, or for his mother, for his brother, or for his sister when they die, because the consecration of his God is upon his head.
Exactly. Now the consecration of his God, man. What is that word consecration, man? It means a holy crown, man. All right. That's what, if you take the Nazarite vow, your hair is not your hair, man. It represents a holy crown unto the Most High, man. All right. Somebody who wouldn't take the vow and didn't necessarily go into the Hebrew on these verses here in this chapter might not understand that. All right, but somebody like me who took the vow wanted to have a complete and full understanding of the vow, so I did so. And now I got an even better understanding. That's why I could expound on it, you know what I mean, through the Spirit now. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
All the days of his separation he is holy unto the Lord. And if any man die very suddenly by him, and he hath defiled the head of his consecration, then he shall shave his head.
Exactly. Then he shall shave his head if a man dies suddenly and his consecration is defiled. It doesn't say if he drink the wine, his head should be shaved. It didn't say if he eated a grape, his head should be shaved. It said if a man dies suddenly in his presence, then his head shall be shaved. So what are you talking about? If a brother who take the Nazarite vow drink the wine on the Passover, his head should be shaved. You know what I mean? Reverting back to these scriptures we was reading in Nahum 1 and 15, Leviticus 23 and 37, and Numbers 29 and 39. You're supposed to keep the feast and your vows. All right? The scriptures is plain. Now, when I went out with him, because I already, after they called me to a council, the next day I called them to a council. You see what I'm saying? I gathered myself because I didn't want to rush to judgment. All right? And I call him to a council. You know what I mean? And I brought this out, and well, he said the scriptures say what they say, and the blood is off my hands. That's what he said, man. You see what I'm saying? Why is there's no blood on your hands? Because I'm not committing any trespass or transgression, especially not a trespass or transgression worthy of death. So what are you even referring to as blood? You see what I'm saying? Talking about the blood is off your hands, man. All right? You treating me like I said, and even after the fact, he tried to hit me up on the YouTube and send me messages. He sent me a message that of a video that the elders went into, talking about it was further putting in his point. You see what I'm saying? But it actually wasn't. It wasn't putting his point in. It was the elder Sahar. He was speaking about in the case of, I believe it was Peter with his vow. Okay, yeah, he said if you understand the scriptures, you know the vow he's talking about is the vow of the Nazarite. Yeah, that was the vow that's talking about. Sahar was right on point with that. I'm not saying that the elders was going off at all, but you, Yarah, was going off when you talking about that is further institution, or not institution, but further proof that that vow was fulfilled every year. This is the law of the Nazarite. We're reading it right now here in Numbers, the 6th chapter. All right. If the vow of the Nazarite was fulfilled, it was supposed to be fulfilled annually. It would say so in the law of it. All right. And now again, the law of the Nazarite. Now notice we say you're supposed to separate yourself from wine, but if you come into a dead body, your hair should be cut. Just like there's laws there in the scriptures. If you eat swine, that's not a law under. I mean, that's not a trespass under death. But say you fuck another man's wife, or you fuck a man, that is a trespass under death. Okay, and that's the same situation. If you take a look at the scales here, you're not really supposed to be drinking the wine, but see, on the time of the feast, you do drink the wine. But you definitely are not supposed to be coming onto dead bodies, because that's grounds to get your hair cut off. You see what I'm saying? So just like there's laws, statutes, and commandments for all of Israel in the scriptures, there's the law of the Nazarite that applies to the Nazarites, and there's different magnitudes during the punishment of different Nazarites. Now, outside of the Passover, have I been drinking the grapes, man? Have I had any wine, any strong drink, man, of grapes? No, I have not, man. Not at all. All right? You know what I'm saying? Even since before I even came with the camp, all right? If I do something, I even getting into this truth, man, I'm dead ass serious about it. I'm not playing, man. I know who I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man, the creator of all things. All right? He could kill me or worse, all right? So I'm not out here playing, man. I made the vow and I had every intention of keeping it, and I'm still keeping it until the return of Yahweh Shai, man, because that's the vow. That's my estimation. That's between me and the Most High, just like the elder said, man. But you continually are speaking up like you know what you're talking about, and I'm going off, when clearly all these scriptures that I just brought out say otherwise. You see what I'm saying? You know, but you know what I mean? Hey, man, you know, that is what that is, if that's how you feel. He even went on to mock me. He mocked me in this video, and he put on a stupid little voice talking about, because I made this statement during the council that I felt like he might lead the brothers in Seattle into a ditch. You know what I mean? And to try to demean me.
You see something like that, that's just like what a Baba Ball was doing. Get that shit out of here. You see? I had one man tell me, "Oh, Yarah, I think you're blind and you're gonna lead these brothers into a ditch." Okay. All right. Well, let's see how long you go to another Passover until you cut that ponytail. Okay. Hopefully that brother gets right though.
All right. First and foremost, the reason that I said that, because I know your character. All right. Because within the first 2 weeks I was in the camp, you was already being brought to council, and you already admittedly trespassed against the brother and dug a pit for a certain brother in the camp. You see what I'm saying? Set him up for failure purposely because you felt like, quote unquote, you're messing up my program. For one, this is not your program. This is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's program, all right? So whatever plans or program you got set up for the camp, Yahweh Shem Shai, if you want to throw a monkey wrench up in it or completely change it or have all of it come to naught, hey man, that's what he wants to do, man. Period. This is all up to the will of the Lord, man. All right? All right? But I know your character, all right? So with that being said, that's why I made the statement. I don't want you to lead them brothers into a pit, because I got a lot of love for them brothers out there in Seattle, man. All right, because I know there's sincere, honest brothers who's really about this thing, man. Really about the truth up in that camp. And I didn't want to see nothing negative happen to them because of you, all right? Because I felt in my spirit that you wasn't on point, man. You wasn't right, all right? Now, as far as getting kicked out of Seattle camp, I was never kicked out of the Seattle camp. Like I was saying earlier, going back to June, I was already considering coming down here to help get a camp organized, because this is a very large metropolitan area with a lot of Israelites in it, to not have a steady camp. You see what I'm saying? Now, after that council, I was talking to the bro. Who's in that camp, and he could attest to this. Yarah recall, he's in the camp. I was on the phone with him. I was like, you know what? I'm about to shoot down to San Diego. I think that's where I need to be. The Spirit's on me. Even before that council, you could ask the brother La'ak Assad that's in that camp there in Seattle, because I had a conversation with him about it when I told him I took a long walk one morning. I took a long walk, and I was thinking about possibly going down to California, and I told him that at the conclusion of that walk, that I had my mind and my spirit was made up that I was going to come back here to California, because I felt as if I was needed here. You see what I'm saying? That's before the council. Now, after the council, I told the brother that I was going to go. I told the brother Yarah recall that I was going to go. While I'm on the phone with him, telling him that I'm going to go, another brother from the camp calls him and tells him that I'm going to get a council on in the next upcoming camp. But I had already had my ticket booked, and I was leaving before that. You see what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? Then he said, do you know about a council? He clicked over back on the other line. He said, do you know about a council about you? I said, I have no idea. I had no knowledge about the council. I was never contacted by anybody. And even after all that whole week, nobody ever contacted me about no kind of council. But they told all the rest of the brothers I was being brought to a council. You see what I'm saying? Now, I had left. You know what I mean? I was down in the Bay for a weekend. I was out there with the Bay, you know what I mean? Shalom to all them brothers, you know what I'm saying? Out there in the Bay. I was out there in the Bay. Then after that, I came out here to San Diego. And I was even out here by myself, making 2/3 hold the camera for me, man, so I could get out here and do this work, man. I'm serious about this work. I never fell off. I was never with Zabak, man. When I say double honors to the elders, I'm talking about the elders of Great Millstone, all right? You know what I mean? From Tahar, you know, Gabar, Ariamla, Rakab, man, on down, man. All right, all them elders, man. All right, that's who I'm giving double honors to, nobody else. So I was never falling out, man. All right, you could check all the videos. You could check from my last video in Seattle. There's a video one video I'm down there in the Bay, and every other video I've been down here, man. It's on GMS San Diego, man. Every single video, you could check it out week in and week out, man. I've been out there, man. You know what I mean? And I've been lucky enough, you know what I'm saying, that the Spirit, you know what I mean, the Lord that had the bros, you know what I mean, had this camp done increase, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And Lord willing, it'll continue increasing. You see what I'm saying? I don't take any, you know what I mean, that none of that has anything to do with me. It all has to do with the Spirit of the Lord, man, and how it works. You see what I'm saying? Because I came down here to deal with a whole different set of brothers than I'm dealing with now, man, basically. You see what I'm saying? You know? But hey, man, that's how the Spirit works. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, but dude mocked me when he was saying, oh, he put on a stupid little voice, and he was saying that I was like, I don't want you to fall or bring them brothers into a ditch, man, which is mocking me, man.
I had one man tell me, "Oh, Yarah, I think you're blind and you're gonna lead these brothers into a ditch."
I'm a grown-ass man. I'm out here. I'm pushing this word, man. You talking about you hope I get right.
Hopefully that brother gets right.
What have I done wrong, man? You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I'm perfect, you know what I mean? But I haven't trespassed against anybody. You see what I'm saying? You talking about me like I'm just some simple-ass nigga. And I told him that on the YouTube message a couple months ago, I believe. I said you speaking up on me like I'm just some nigga out here, and I'm not. So I would appreciate if you would stop. You know what I mean? I told him just like that, man.